Every creator has a process. Before the camera rolls, there's planning, packing, and shaping an idea into something real. After filming, editing brings it to life. Color, sound, and cuts that build the story. Today we're taking you behind the scenes to show you how we plan, shoot, and craft the final video. Welcome to the making of a BackRoad Journals entry.
It's Sunday morning, and we're headed out on a camping trip tomorrow. So right now I'm out here and I am packing up the Jeep, which is something that I do. Usually the bigger bits we do first, and then everything else like the camera gear and the food and the fridge and everything goes on the day off. We just want to get everything out of the way as much as possible so that we can just, throw in what's left on Monday, so tomorrow morning, and just head out and not have to worry about too much. Okay, that's it for now. I think. I'm pretty sure. We need to pack in the power stations. Can't forget about that, but I think I've got to charge them. Yeah, I'll have to do that too. Don't forget about it. Note to self, don't forget the power stations. Anyways, this is what we've got packed so far. We have got in here the first bin up here. We've got a diesel heater up here that we need to fill up tomorrow morning still, because it's empty. Then we've got a bin of firewood right here. We always take a bin of firewood with, just in case we don't find anything at camp. Chainsaw needs to go in tomorrow morning as well, including the batteries for it. So we need to take that with. That's for tomorrow morning. Back here, we don't really have anything here yet, except the axe, a water jug. And then we've got these saddlebags, which is usually full of, toilet paper, and there's some first aid stuff in this one, and all kinds of little knickknacks. They fit well in there. I do eventually want to replace them because they are a little bit annoying when you're driving around. But for now, they do the job and have been doing the job for, I don't know, 4 years? 5 years. Holy moly. Yeah, 5 years. Anyways, over here on this side, we have the annex. Right down here is our kitchen bin. On top of the kitchen bin is our grate that we'll be using for cooking. And then over here, we do have our stove. Then we have the hammock up here, where we usually put stuff like our rain gear and our chairs and all kinds of soft things that go up there. Okay, back inside. In order to actually film anything, we obviously need to bring our camera gear and need to charge up our batteries. Let me show you what that looks like. Let's just start with the camera bag, which has obviously the camera in it. Got the microphone. We've got some cleaning supplies here for the lenses. A little blower over here, and then we have a lamp that sticks onto the camera when it's dark outside, and it gets dark really quick. This over here is full of filters, including filters for the GoPro and for the drones, and everything else is camera filters. Some of them I use for filming. Most of them I actually use for taking pictures. And then, very important, this is a rain sleeve for the camera. I forgot that I had that, so I just recently found it, and this will come in handy. Well, hopefully not tomorrow. Hopefully it's not going to be raining, but yeah, this will come in handy. Then over here we've got the batteries, drone batteries, GoPro batteries, camera batteries. Then we've got the drone. I need to charge the controller as well. And then we've got the tripod. And that is pretty much, including the GoPro that I'm filming with right now, that's pretty much the filming equipment that we take with. And then over here, what we've got as well that we need to take with, just a bin here. We've got our lantern in here that we take with. There's some random lights. Our headlamps, we need to charge them too, so I might as well take them out right away. And then we've got our pump for the water in here. I don't think it needs charging, but we might as well do it while I talk about it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's another lantern in here. So all kinds of random knickknacks go in there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's check on the weather. Weather looks okay. So I think we're good to go for tomorrow. If it stays that way. So we check the Google app or the Google thing, whatever shows up on the computer, and then we check the Environment Canada government site. And since you can't really trust either of them, we'll just have to roll with what it says and make the best out of it once we get to camp. Hopefully it stays what the forecast said. We'll find out.
Another important step in the process of packing up is the meal planning. What you're going to have, making sure you bring everything you need for it, and whether we're going to prep some stuff first or do it all at camp, and then packing up the fridge and the dry store bin. So for tomorrow, I've got some stuff started here. I think I am going to prep. I have half a head of cabbage here. And I think it would just be easier if I cut this up today and don't have to deal with it for tomorrow's meal. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Actually, I think I'm going to make my life even easier tomorrow. I'm going to cut up the onion and the garlic today as well. Put it in a container to go. There we have it. That part is all done for tomorrow's meal.
So here we are. This is the Jeep now fully loaded up. On shorter trips, like on one-nighters, we usually take our set power fridge with us, which is really helpful because it is smaller than our ice cool fridge. And it saves a little bit of space because you can see this, all of this is just for one day of camping. And there's Michelle with a chainsaw that I forgot about. Anyways, a few things that I actually forgot to pack in yesterday that we also take with. Our table right here that we set up in case there's no table where we go. And then right down below here, the annex, that's the ladder just to put the tent up and break it back down. That is a lot easier to do with that ladder. So that goes with as well. And then of course we've got all clothes in this bag for one night. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The only thing we do bring for bedding for the tent, because everything usually stays up there, the only other thing that we take with are extra pillows from home. And I think we are good to go and ready to rumble. Let's go. You may be wondering how we're planning our camps and where we're going. When it comes to one-day camping trips, there really is not a lot of planning involved. We kind of make things up as we feel like it the day before, and then we just go. There's a lot more planning involved when it comes to 2-3 day trips or the long trips that you've seen us do. So yeah, there's a lot more planning involved. We hope we're going to get to the camp that we wanted to get to today, and then hopefully we'll see you there. We may or may not. It's just all part of it. It's time to fly up the drone. We got to cross this bridge here. I think a top-down shot would work really well here. Okay, time to do a little bit of a drive-by shot. So, Michelle is back there, and I'm walking across this bridge here. And then we're gonna have Michelle drive by. It's a little bit of back and forth, but we got a pretty good system down, Michelle and I, how to make this work. Fortunately, it's the both of us. So once Michelle zooms by here, I can just pop right back into the vehicle. So everyone else who's doing that by him or herself, it's got a lot more walking to do than I. It's not that I don't need the walking, but it's easier that way. Right, let's have Michelle drive by. And just like that. And now all I have to do is get back in the vehicle. And we'll do this a few more times. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
One of the first things we do when we get into camp, we try to get the Jeep as level as possible. And right now, we're at 1 and 1. Which, in theory, that's fine. But let's see if we can level that out a little bit better.
Where do you do this?
I don't know. You want to set up, want to park along that the awning is facing that way towards the river. Yeah. That way we have a view of the river if we...
1 and 0, so that's...
1 and 0? Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
That works. So this way, if the rain comes out, hopefully not, it looks relatively clear, but then we have the awning and we still got a view of the river. That works out. Good spot. Awesome. First time here. So we're going to set up and that's going to go relatively quick. We've got a lot of practice over the years.
Yep.
We both know what to do and then it should go relatively quick. When it comes to filming at camp, it always depends a little bit on how we go about it. Usually, especially when we're in a new spot like we are right now, we usually just sit down for a moment and take it all in, wander around a little bit and see what's around. And then after we've soaked it all in a little bit, that's usually when we start filming, and that can just be a spur of the moment kind of thing. And as of recent, since I've got this camera that I'm filming with right now, that's what I do most of the filming with. And then of course we've got the GoPro. And for very spontaneous kind of things where you don't have the time to just get the GoPro or set up the camera, we still use our phones to film at times. Sometimes we film a little bit more and sometimes a little bit less. But every time we film something, we try to do it with purpose. So that in the end, when it comes to the editing part of it, that there's not too many files in there that are not usable. So we try to be very purposeful with the filming, which has the added benefit that we actually get to sit and enjoy where we're at camp. There are going to be shots that don't work out and we have to retake them, but that doesn't change the fact that we meant to take that shot. One of the issues we are having every now and then is the drone. I was able to fly the drone up earlier and I actually just flew it, and then I just was going to change out the battery, but now we've got an error code on the drone, and without internet I am not able to figure out what this is all about. It's probably a firmware update, but nothing I can do about it right now.
Holger thought the firewood bin was full, even though it felt a bit light. And while it wasn't empty, oh no, this story is more tragic.
Firewood bin.
It was 3/4 empty. Coming soon to you, Holger in the case of the almost full firewood bin.
Now, to my defense, there is still dry firewood in it, but not enough. I should have noticed it, because it wasn't heavy enough. Oh well. Okay, it is the next morning. We are packing up. We didn't need the diesel heater last night. We're just using it right now to dry out the tent. One of the things, oh, bad hair day. That's just one of the things we need to do. We do have the option to, dry the tent out at home as well. But that would mean that we have to unfold the tent at home again and then fold it back up. So we rather take a few extra minutes to dry it out here at camp. And this is really only a fall and winter issue, obviously, because of all the condensation. So we rather take a few minutes at camp extra to dry it out completely. So yeah, it's all part of the fun. Dinner did not happen last night as planned, but for that you'll have to tune into next week's video. So we're just gonna pack up and make our way back home. So we'll see you in the office, I guess. Made it back home, safe and sound. Unloaded the vehicle. And I think actually at some point this week, it's time to clean the Jeep up a little bit. Make it look nice again. Next step, let's deal with all the footage that we took over the last 2 days. Okay, had a nice shower, feel a lot better right now. In the office here, I've got our footage up here on the screen that we took over the last 2 days. And what's really important is when we unload the footage is that all the devices have the same date and time on it. So what that means is that we take the GoPro footage, we take the camera footage, we take the drone footage, and whatever we filmed on our cell phones, which I don't think we did this time around, but that everything has got the time and date on it, so that everything is in chronological order. That makes editing later on a whole lot faster, because we can just drop everything into the timeline in our editing program, and then have it all sorted out without having to go back and forth. I've got the GoPro footage up here right now, and all we're gonna do is back it up on one of our SSD drives, and that's it for the day. Have everything in the folder that I wanted to. The only other thing that I do is separated by day. So we were out on Monday, so everything that we filmed on Monday goes in the Monday folder, and then everything that we filmed today on a Tuesday is going into the Tuesday folder, just to keep it a little cleaner. But that's pretty much it. And tomorrow we'll throw everything into the editing software and start editing on it. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. It's just about 6:30. You can probably barely see me, but one of the first things I do, I don't set an alarm in the evening. I don't have my phone sitting right next to my desk. I've got a cat alarm. Our little cat, Penelope Peanut, she's usually waking me up in the morning, and that can be anywhere between 6:30 and 7. And that's my time to get up. Let me just go back a little bit further on the light here. There we go. So I feed her, and then I step outside for, just go for a little stroll in the morning, so that the first thing I do is actually be outside and not in front of a screen. Gives me the chance to just go through my head how I'm going to go about the video and everything, and just to breathe some fresh air before I get everything going. Yeah, I started doing that a few months ago, and I actually wish I would have started doing that a little bit earlier. It feels really good just to be outside first thing in the morning. It clears your head. Anyways, we're gonna keep walking a little bit, and we'll see you inside. Here we are. I've got everything opened up, and by the way, no coffee in the morning, just lemon water. Really only drink coffees at camp. That just feels right, but no, regular mornings, no coffee, just lemon water. Weird, eh? We got everything up here. I've got my project folder here where I've imported everything yesterday, and all we're gonna do now is just go ahead and drop everything that I need into our editing software right here, bring it up, drop it, and that's just now gonna import the file. Once I've got that done, like I said yesterday, I'll just drop everything into the timeline, which is right here. And then I'm gonna start culling things. Once I've culled the footage that I don't need, then I will find music. But I have a feeling we're gonna do something a little bit different this time around with the music. So
I'm not quite sure yet. Depends how it feels later on. And that's usually how I go about editing the video, is how I feel about it. And I already kind of have a feeling this might just be a little bit different when it comes to the music and the sound overall a little bit. But we'll find out. So I'm going to be sitting here editing now till about 10 o'clock. And then I get ready for work, have some breakfast, and then I'm out. And then tomorrow morning on Thursday, I'll continue the same thing, same procedure as we've done today. And then on Friday, I'll probably finish off the video on Friday. On Friday evening, Michelle and I sit together and watch the video on the big screen to see what can be improved, if there's any mistakes in it, and also figure out where Michelle has to do her voiceovers. Then we'll do the final touches on Saturday morning. Michelle writes and records her voiceovers. And we'll plunk that into the software. Then I go through it one more time and watch the whole video. See if that all fits. Yeah, and then the video's ready. And then on Saturday morning, we'll upload it to YouTube. But I come up with a title and a thumbnail. That usually takes a little bit. Got a pretty good idea how to do it. Our thumbnails like pretty much the same style all the time, so it's not really that difficult. It's just to find the right frame out of the video that we're going to use for a thumbnail. I actually did take some pictures on purpose for the thumbnail this time around. I'm not sure if they're going to work out, but I actually did take pictures this time around for the thumbnail. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start editing, and we'll fast forward you to Friday.
Good morning. Well, I just finished off the video, the last little bit. Michelle has already written her voiceover, and now she just needs to record it. I'll put it in, and then we are good to go to upload it up to YouTube, schedule it for Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Went relatively smooth, I have to say. There's not a lot of hiccups. GoPro footage didn't give me any issues, which can be a case, but yeah, no issues so far. And now I have to finish editing the video that you're actually watching right now. That's usually not the process that we go through. I usually don't edit 2 videos a week unless we absolutely have to, but for next week, we have some other plans that we want to deal with that is channel related. And it's a project that we've been talking about for a while. Anyways, I hope you found this insightful as to how we go through editing a video, through the whole process, not just editing, but the whole process of filming these videos. And if you want to watch next week's video, so the video that we just edited now, you just have to tune in next week, Sunday, 7 a.m. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you found this helpful. We'll see you next week.